Chaps. This is Chap Chat episode. Is this 7? Eventually, I'm gonna look ahead of time.
We forgot to load we've prepared everything except that.
Yeah, except that. We always forget to look.
Put it this way, it's the next episode of Chap Chat. We missed last week, so we apologize for that.
Yeah, I was really busy with Comic-Con, and I had a bunch of people in from out of town.
Yeah.
But now we're back on schedule.
Yeah. So welcome.
Welcome to episode whatever this one is.
Yes.
I'm gonna say it's 7 though.
It might be 7. I think it is.
What was the last cover? That was the Flash one, right?
Yeah, we're on episode 7, dude. The last one was Spider-Man.
Oh, right.
The fantasy film one shot, Spider-Man. Yeah, that was
cool.
Episode 6.
Good
Excellent.
guess,
yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, sorry if I'm sniffing or coughing or whatever during this episode. I got a little bit of the con crud from Emerald City, and I'm at the tail end of it. I'm getting better.
And if you hear me yawn, I apologize for that.
It is 6 in the morning, going on 7 in the morning.
It's almost 7 a.m., so
yeah.
Rock on.
It's what we do. Okay, So first things first.
Yeah.
Marvel movie news.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, we're going DC.
Nah, we're going DC first, mate. Lex Luthor reveal.
Lex Luthor. They've shown Jesse Eisenberg's bald head.
And he looks like Lex. Guess
he does.
Who would have thought, right?
It could have been the lighting or the camera angle or something, but when I saw it, I'm like, yeah, he fucking looks like Lex Luthor.
He fucking looks like Lex Luthor. Like, it's definitely... He does not look happy.
He doesn't. And you know what? It looks like to me that I haven't heard anybody really talk about is they're like, yeah, just he's bald and he's not wearing like a suit or anything, so it's not his costume. No. To me, that looks like prison scrubs.
Yep, and if it is, good on him.
And I'm wondering if that is like one of the last things that they filmed with him, and it's the transition from Batman v Superman to Suicide Squad.
So we know it's the Suicide Squad's going to take place after Batman v Superman, then, correct?
We don't know that it takes place timeline after, but I've heard a lot of speculation that Lex is somehow connected to Suicide Squad. Like he'll make a cameo.
Yes, we're definitely aware of that, but...
So I'm assuming that if he is in prison scrubs at some point in Batman v Superman, it will be a tie-in to whatever's happening in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Because I've got to imagine if it's like the animated movie, that it's going to be some sort of prison break. And that's how they encounter the Joker. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's them going in to kill the Joker or them going in to get information from the Joker. But we know he's in it. And so far it sounds like Lex is in it. So that would be interesting to me if that's their tie-in. But if it takes place before, then, whatever's clever.
Regardless, he looks fine bald, and he looks like Lex Luthor. I remember people were doubting it. It was like, oh, Jesse Eisenberg is Lex Luthor. That's not going to work. Right. Look at his curly hair. I honestly read that somewhere, and I'm like, you can't be freaking serious. Look at his curly hair. Or how he's going to start stuttering and shit. Because, that's how he is every fucking movie.
There's pictures at the beginning of him with, like, long hair, like shoulder-length hair.
Yes.
That they said they were from the set. So I don't know if it was like he was wearing that wig to cover up the bald head, or if there's literally scenes where he has long hair, he loses his hair over the movie, or is he going to be obsessed with wigs like the old Lex Luthor from the old movies or whatever?
That would be so awesomely bad.
That would be terrible, dude. I really hope they don't do that.
I hope that was a wig that they're showing about.
But you think it's a wig just to cover his bald head, or a wig that will be in the movie?
Hopefully just to cover his bald head.
Okay.
Just so people were like, oh, fucking curly hair. That ain't Lex. You know what? If they wanted to do perfect, like, the actual appropriate Lex Luthor from the past comics, he'd have curly red hair.
Right.
They're not going to go there, though.
No.
But yeah, either way, he looks fine bald. It's a great shot.
And it looks better than any of the photoshopped versions I'd seen.
Oh, absolutely. That's when I typed it in to see, to look for this photo. I was like, those are like terrible, terrible Photoshop jobs.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So it looks much better than that. So I'm hopeful.
Yep, defo.
I guess on to that, because that's really all the information they put out. They didn't put anything else out for that. So on the Marvel side of things,
yeah,
or I guess the Fox Marvel side of things,
Marvel Fox. They're still Marvel, right?
Yeah, they're still Marvel. They still get Marvel.
They still get money
thing at the beginning.
They do. Yeah, it's true.
So Deadpool. They've released pictures. They've started filming.
It's rated R.
They've shown the costume in motion.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of stuff on Deadpool all of a sudden.
Which is great, because it's like, for a couple of years, nothing.
It seemed like that movie was never going to happen.
Yeah, it seemed like, unless this is a massive prank that Fox is pulling, and I doubt it. They don't have time for that shit.
And it's crazy, too, because, like, it moved fast after that concept footage got leaked. It was like instantly they were getting it done.
No, I think it's because once that, like, and you know how you read up that concept footage was like a year old.
Supposedly older. It had been done a while ago.
I'm surprised. Like, you know what's kind of shocking about the fact that it got leaked, right? When it got leaked and they got the fan response and it was all positive.
Yeah.
Do you reckon if they had leaked that years ago, this film would have gotten done sooner?
Oh, probably, yeah.
Unless, of course, they leaked it because they knew that it's finally going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. Supposedly, they don't know who leaked it still.
Whatever.
Supposedly.
You see Rob Liefeld like...
Yeah, right. Because I heard him describe.
Yeah, he described that entire years ago, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, a couple of years back.
And like, understandably, he was excited about it. But I'm like, you're gonna be excited about anything that's yours. Yeah, it was like almost frame by frame, right?
Yeah. So,
costume looks good though.
Costume looks good.
It's rated R.
The voice sounds good because I'm pretty sure that was the voice he was putting on.
Yes.
At the end of that extra clip.
Mm-hmm.
Which, is a little hammier than...
But he's allowed to be. He's fucking Deadpool.
Right, I'm just saying, it's a little hammier than Ryan Reynolds'
norm. Oh, yeah. He's not going to talk like regular Ryan Reynolds. Even if he does, though. That's whatever. You're fucking Deadpool. He gives a shit.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think that one's actually got a chance to be pretty wicked.
They got set photos, like set leaks.
Yeah, and I'm just glad that they're taking a chance and making another rated R comic book movie.
When's the last one we had?
The last one I remember was like
Punisher Warzone?
Punisher Warzone, yeah. And then before that was like Blade.
Was Blade R?
The first Blade was R.
Oh.
The first Blade was fucking awesome.
The first Blade was...
And you could easily make a Deadpool movie with at least a dark as tone as Blade is, and still have it be funny, and it's totally work.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited, dude. I'm excited. I just hope the fourth wall stuff works in the movie, because that's the part that's going to be the hardest to swallow, because we've never had it in a movie like that before. Yeah. How are they even going to do it?
I don't know. Is it like it's got to be
the way that Deadpool can break the fourth wall in the comics? If he's going to do that in the movie, that is going to be fucking bizarre.
Well, he's going to talk to the screen.
Yeah, talk to the screen, like step outside the bounds of the letterbox. Like he's gonna be able to do crazy shit if he can really break the fourth wall. Like that's the part, because I've played the game and the game did it a lot, so I'm really curious how it'll work as a movie.
He's gotta.
He said it. He said it in that clip. He said it's gonna be the same wisecracking, fourth wall breaking guy that everybody is expecting. So I haven't read the script. I know that it leaked a while back, um, but I haven't read it, so I don't know. I don't know the extent of it. But man, I'm excited. I've loved Deadpool for a long time, so I'm excited to see what that is. I had an action figure of that dude in the 5th grade.
Yeah, exactly. Like ages ago, because you were like Ninja Spider-Man, sick.
Ninja Spider-Man is the best. Yeah. He's got swords on his back.
He's got pouches on his thigh.
Yeah, he's the #1 stunner. What? Yeah.
But yeah, that film, it should be fun. I just hope, like, because Reynolds is such a fan of the character himself, he's gonna want to do something that's gonna do the book justice. Because I know he was like well annoyed by what they did with him in Origins,
right?
Which I do hope they fucking reference.
You know what I'm afraid of though with Deadpool?
What?
Is they're gonna do it so true to the comics because that's what everybody wants, that the average person that goes to see it is gonna be way too confused to be into it.
Because it's gonna be a comic geek movie, dude.
It's gonna be like what Scott Pilgrim was.
Yep, it's
where
gonna
they're
be
like,
that.
Dude, they did it just like the comics. This is so rad.
Although
this
I don't know, like,
awesome.
I think
and then nobody goes to see it.
I think it might do better because, I mean, Ryan Reynolds he's a bigger name.
Oh, fully. It'll do better than Scott Pilgrim because it's a Marvel property.
Yeah.
And people know it's a superhero thing.
Yeah.
So it'll do better. But I feel like the average audience may not. Like, I don't think that it will be highly acclaimed.
Yeah, dude, they're not going to understand it. They're going to be like, what? How is he a hero? Why is he talking to the screen?
Yeah. But, I'm hoping for some good jokes, good references. If he can reference the fact that all the movies aren't connected. And shit, dude, like
that's what I'm fucking hoping for. If he even like pulls references, like look at even mentions even what DC's doing. I wonder if they can do that shit.
I hope so.
Because to me that would be like, okay, this is Deadpool.
Right. He's got to be aware of everything.
He has to be aware of absolutely everything. What's going on in the other X-Men movies.
Right.
Looking forward to it. Should be good. Costume's good though. I think
they've had so long since the original script was written that they're gonna have to update all the all the jokes and stuff. So I'm wondering how current they're gonna try and make it.
No wonder.
I'm sure a lot of that stuff they'll even be doing afterwards in ADR because he's wearing a mask when he's making a lot of these jokes, so they can just record shit like weeks before and be like, "Here it goes, South Park style."
That's great. They could probably do that.
Yeah. What the fuck am I watching here? Okay, so other than Deadpool, what's going on in the news is Turtles, right?
Oh yeah. Stephen Amell as Arrow's Stephen Amell. The guy who plays the Green Arrow in the CW show Arrow has been cast as Casey Jones in the Turtles 2.
So the sequel that's coming out next year.
I think they've also got a subtitle for the film. It's like Half Shell or some shit like that. Or it's like Shell Shock or some shit. I think
it's Half Shell, but I think
Half Shell, yeah.
I think that one is just the working title.
Okay, good, because that's dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Arrow.
What does it mean for the story, though?
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious to know how it's gonna work if you've got a human fighter now with the Ninja Turtles. When the turtles are the kind of turtles that punch through tanks and explode Hummers with their backs or whatever and are bulletproof, what is a human hockey player fighter supposed to help them with,
They need to fucking depower them, man.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Royce, you know what? Do you know what my actual major concern is now?
Yeah.
Like, alright, they've shown footage of, not footage, they've shown, like, behind-the-scenes shots of stuff that they've already filmed. The basketball game, where they had Vernon sitting in a fucking courtside
with the Clippers or whatever.
Yeah, with his supermodel girlfriend and some shit. I'm like, okay, he's in a sequel, so whatever. But like, my thing is, and I don't want this to be the case, but I know it's gonna be. The focus is not gonna be on the turtles again.
All right, because now you have
Now you've got
not
fucking
only April and
Casey.
Vernon, but now
Now you got
Casey Jones
Casey
as well.
Jones. So it's like, great, let's just, you know what? Let's call these films the Turtles, but because the viewers are fucking idiots and they need to follow human characters so that they can relate to them, let's not have the focus be on the Turtles, but be on the you know, whatever, man.
Yeah, it's annoying. I I hoped that they could maybe handle it
Better?
yeah, in a way that like, the old movies did it. They had April, they had Casey,
Balanced, yeah.
they had the kid Danny was part of
Yeah.
it.
But the
And all
focus
of
was
that
still on
seemed
the
fine.
fucking
It was,
Turtles.
yeah, the turtles were still what the plot and everything revolved around. I'm just hoping a little bit more of that happens when they do it this time. But I just don't know. Like, if they're fighting Bebop and Rocksteady, I'm assuming they have to bring the Shredder back. I just don't know what this movie's gonna be, man.
Like,
I just don't know.
as glad as I am that there's going to be a sequel. Obviously our hopes were let's hope they redeem themselves, and given the time that they actually have now, write a proper script where the focus goes back on the Turtles, but I don't have to fucking edit rewrites and shit like that. Actually make it good from the start. No, let's
Right.
fuck that. Fuck all of that.
Yeah, I was so hyped up on like, oh man, this time they're gonna do the actual cartoon. They're gonna do the cartoon, but in movie form. It's gonna be so dope.
And
There's a
which is
turtle
crazy
fan.
because they could clearly just do like because the current show, anyways, or the comics, because the comics are
Right.
what's awesome. But the
Right.
shows, they're doing really well.
Yeah.
And if that's say that has the most exposure out of all of them currently, I guess the movie now has more exposure. But like
Uh-huh.
in terms of an actual steady audience, the show is doing really well.
Right.
Why don't they just take that as as a groundwork?
I don't
Just
know.
work on that. That's the thing. Like, it seems like the writers who are writing any of these, or most of these adaptations, are like, I know nothing of these properties. I'm gonna write
Right.
it. I did my
Yeah, I don't
research.
know how that
I
happens.
picked up. I remember it when I was a kid. I haven't read it since or watched it since, but I am familiar with these things that are known as the Turtles. I will make
I've
up a
just-
story now. No.
I've got to commit to watching Earth to Echo because that's the guy that's directing the new one.
Did you watch it already?
No, I've saved it to my Netflix queue and I
Okay.
just haven't watched it yet.
Because they say it will be promising because he did a great job with that film. I get that. A direction of the film is based on a director, right? But he has to follow the script, the story.
I get it. I totally get it. But I'm just saying that could give the movie a fighting chance for the character moments.
Oh
Between,
yeah. That's it. Like if he understands it,
Right.
then he can actually showcase the Turtles as, even if say their camera on screen time is a quarter of the film.
Yeah, and
I
I
hope it's fucking half at least.
Earth to Echo has relatively high marks or ratings or whatever. It seems like, and I just don't think that the dude that did the last Turtles had any of that. He had like Battle of L.A. or whatever.
Yeah, he
the
did
alien
Battle
movie
LA.
that people really didn't take to.
Yeah.
So I just wonder if maybe they have a better chance now.
Let's hope, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. And I just, it's not going to be any indicator of what the action's going to be like because I don't think there's any action in that movie.
And plus, I mean, honestly, it's all about fight choreography. And if they got the same choreographers, or whatever you want to call them, from the first one, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I guess I'm a little bit confused on why they don't hire like a really. Maybe they just literally can't, but I don't know why they don't try and get a more acclaimed director to do a Turtles movie anyway. Get somebody who has some experience with mocap, get somebody that has some experience with action, and like give it a real. I mean, it's a Nickelodeon movie, so whatever. But
even saying that though, dude, like, look at the action on the show.
Yeah.
Look at the show, the storytelling, the characterizations on the show. Just fucking duplicate that, make it in live action.
Right? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
To me, that's the most baffling thing.
If they could just go, here's another shot at it. The multiverse exists. Here's another one.
They don't, though.
No, but you know.
Here's the source material. Oh, check it. The current comics are doing really good. The stories are awesome. You know what, writer? You should look at this. Writer's like, nah, fuck that. I got an idea. April, main character, we'll add Casey because people love Casey. It's like, hey, what about the Turtles? Why don't they get more screen time? Fuck you. But what's this movie called? Turtles?
How do you think Casey will be in the movie? You've watched enough Arrow.
I just hope he doesn't. I think he can pull it off.
You think they're gonna try to make him like dark and like?
I hope not, dude. I hope he actually is the actual. I hope he is more like Casey.
He'll have a black hockey mask.
Even if they do, I don't care. Like the mask, the hockey, because he on one version he did have a black hockey mask, so that's fine.
No, it'll be like metal with spikes coming off of it.
I just hope that he's not like the Arrow character where he's protecting
the dark and brooding.
the protecting the city type shit. He has to still. I understand protecting the city and stuff, being the vigilante, but
you want him to still be like wisecracking.
Exactly. Look at the first Turtles movie. Look at Casey from the first. I hope he can do that.
Yeah.
I hope he can do that. Because like Casey in the first movie, fucking awesome.
I heard that he got the job because he has incredible chemistry with Megan Fox.
Great. Fucking great.
Oh man. That does not have me excited.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wanna, Royce. I wanna like this movie. I wanna like it more than I like the first one, and I did like the first one.
Yeah, the first one.
There's a lot of things wrong, but
the first one was fine.
Yeah. But I want him to improve on that. I don't want them just to make it a little bit better. I want it to blow it out the fucking water. I don't know if we're gonna get that.
No, I don't know either, but it makes sense to me. That's definitely what we should be striving for at this point.
Like, why would you want to just improve it a little bit? It's like, oh, we got some more fans. It's like, why don't we just be like, yeah, take that shit. This is how it should be.
Yeah, I don't know. But I'm hoping for the best.
I am. I'm gonna. I don't know. I'm gonna watch it. It's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, of course we have to. At least just to see
what they did with it.
Where it's going, you know?
Exactly. And it's like, all right, and you know, by the end of it, and it's like, yeah, you know what? If they don't do another one, I'm fine because in a couple of years' time, hopefully they'll reboot this shit.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully they'll reboot this shit. Hey, like, has it gone to the point where we kind of hope, where the best case scenario is that it's shit?
Right, right.
I don't even like that.
With Spider-Man.
I don't want to think that way.
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh, you know what? If worse comes to worse, at least we just gotta wait a couple of years because they're gonna reboot that shit. Kind of like Spider-Man, how they just decide. How long was it? How long did it take for Sony to reboot Spider-Man?
The first time?
Yeah.
Like 4 years.
That's not long at all.
Or something like that, right?
Like, think about it, Royce. That's not a fucking long time at all. People who watch this new Spider-Man still remember the old Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, that pretty much covers it. Stephen Amell, Casey Jones, gonna be tight. Hopefully he doesn't have a Jason X mask, and done.
Yep.
Okay.
Hopefully he's done well.
Right. And you know what? I'm gonna be really sad if they just make him like a SWAT type dude and he doesn't have like...
Don't say this. This is no. You're putting out this energy out in the world. It's no.
Do you think they'll give him the long hair, or they'll just have him be a short-haired guy with the hoodie?
Even have it short there, like look at fucking Arrow. I mean, I don't want to bring it back to that, even though it's he is fucking Green Arrow.
Right.
He had
Yeah.
that like hair extension shit, and it looked fine. So they could probably do the same shit.
Yeah. I do want to point out it is funny to me that they cast Stephen Amell because when we talked about our
Yeah,
casting
exactly.
thing, I
It was
said
another
Robbie
one.
Amell. It
You
was
said
Robbie.
Robbie Amell, but we also said that Colton, the guy who's playing, what's his fucking Red Arrow? He's playing Red Arrow. He's playing
Yeah,
Arsenal. He
yeah.
could make a go, and it's like, oh, maybe
Right.
the other Amell. We're like, what the fuck? When it was randomly like, no, they chose the bloody Arrow instead.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that covers that. What else is there? What else is
Artists.
Okay, so our recommended artists for this episode.
Yep.
You got yours queued up?
I did. I do. Should I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
I go first. I'm picking an artist from DeviantArt, and their handle is, I guess it said some really bad username. That's it. Yeah, like
some really bad username.
I've just sent you a link right now, and that's literally what their handle is.
Yeah, some really bad username.
So check them out right now, Royce, and
I am on their page now.
excellent.
Very stylized.
I like it. I like their the palettes that I use. I like the painting style. Yeah,
cool.
I like the painting style.
Yeah. Yep.
It's fun to look at.
The Ryoko one is interesting.
I like that one is very cool. There's that OC4. That one's cool.
I like the OC5 one as well.
Yeah, OC5 is cool. Just I like the Marco.
It's a very interesting way that they've painted it.
That's exactly it. I don't really know. I can't. It's hard to describe it, but I like it.
Yeah, it is really interesting. It's very particular, but yeah, I think it is pretty neat.
I'd like to see more.
Definitely
stuff.
worth checking out for like if you like cartoonier stuff.
Very, but not colored in a cartoon, like in a typical cartoony way.
Yeah, it's actually painted relatively. Like the lighting is really realistic, even.
Very, yes. But the style, it's the
style
approach.
that it's painted in is not realistic, but the lighting is realistic in some of them. They're very, very good.
And I really like the approach.
Yeah, I like the Toothless one is cool. Mm-hmm. I love Toothless. I just watched that movie last night.
The second one?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I thought it was pretty cool. I wish that the mom ended up being more important.
Yeah, she kind of was like, she was there, and then she was like, oh, yeah, she was just there.
Yeah, but yeah, this person's gallery is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And your artist?
And the one that I'm recommending is Shun-008, another artist off of DeviantArt. Do you still have theirs pulled up?
Yep.
Okay. I just really like how technical their stuff looks.
So technical.
Just even in the like, there's a strong guy looking dude. It says Guido test.
Oh yeah, that's strong guy.
Yeah, it looks like strong guy. The way that the lines are done, it almost looks like a machine did it.
It does kind of, yeah. Like, I'm curious what brush he uses.
Right. It's like squared.
Yeah.
In a way too, because like all the, the lines going over are kind of square. It's really interesting. I like the way that it's done, and his rendering style is cool as well.
His rendering style is what's interesting to me. The one next to the shark attack.
It almost looks like markers, but I think it's digital.
It is digital.
But yeah, it almost looks like Copic cell shading.
Agreed.
And it looks really interesting. I really, really dig it.
I do too.
There's quite a few pieces in there that are definitely worth checking out.
Yeah.
Gods Ablaze pinup is pretty wicked.
Yeah, that's cool. The Glyph, Ozymandias, and Abydos. are fucking cool.
Yep, I like how all those ones are rendered up. He's got a colorized Azrael.
Dude, look at Zombie 001.
Yeah, I think that one's detail is bonked.
It's just like, we were saying before, all those details, I promise you, I do not have any patience to do. I promise you.
Like, page after page of that would get.
Yeah, just like, listen, I'm just going to point this artist to you. You just hire them because you can pay me more money. I'm still going to hate doing it.
Like, I like how the Ninja Cowboy one is done. It's like a chibi.
Yeah, that one's dope, right?
Yeah, I think that one's really wicked.
That and revolver looks sick.
The Captain Canuck one is just bonkers with detail.
Yeah, that one, it's like, promise you.
Yeah.
I don't need to. I don't need
definitely
any of that.
Worth checking out for the detail alone in this guy's stuff. And just the style is really
It's fun. He's got a fun style.
A lot of people doing that one. So, worth checking out, both of them. Do it now. Okay, so now a couple of music recommendations.
Yep, you can go first.
I'm going to recommend the Resonance EP by Miss D.
Miss D.
It's ms.d. It's only got 5 songs on it.
Unfortunately.
But I love the 5 songs, and I've been listening to them consistently. Yep. So I say definitely check them out. It's a nice EP because none of the songs are garbage.
Yeah, it's like one of those rare EPs. I mean, sure, it's only 5 songs, you know.
Yeah, but they're 5 solid songs.
Yeah.
There's no skippers.
Which sucks because, like, even that last song, which is, like, Goodnight, which only goes for less than 2 minutes, you're like, why the fuck?
And that one sounds awesome.
I know, it's like, it had to be an outro.
Right.
It pisses me off.
Yeah, definitely worth checking out, though. Yeah. It's on Spotify.
What category, like, what type of music would you say this is?
There's bits of drum and bass in it. But it's definitely like a female vocalist. I don't know what kind of style it is. It's like the culmination of a bunch of stuff that I like.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to basically categorize, but give it a whirl.
Yeah, it's relaxing, but there's a steady beat to a lot of it.
Well, I mean, all right.
Shoot Me With the Truth in particular has like lots of kind of classical sounds in it.
Yeah, Shoot Me With the Truth, the samples use the fucking whatever, I don't know what to use, but it sounds dope. Kind of like the last time we recommended music, I'll have a bit of it playing in the background silently, so you can kind of get an idea.
If you're gonna check out any, it's tough to just recommend one because they're all awesome, but My Pen I can listen to.
Yeah, that one I have listened to multiple times, looped.
Yeah, that one's got the strongest drum and bass influence in the beat.
That's true.
But it's not like an aggressive drum and bass. It's light in the background, and it's very relaxing.
It's atmospheric almost.
Ethereal sort of.
Yeah, it's fucking great. It's just fucking great.
It's definitely worth checking out. If you're gonna check out any of them, do that one.
Yeah.
But all 5 are solid.
Miss
Give it a listen.
D.
It's on Spotify. Check it out.
Miss
and
D.
we'll include a link of some sort, or at least we'll have a text saying.
We'll try and get like a URL. Like even if we can grab a URL or something, we just pop it on there. Yeah. The music that I've been listening to, apart from Miss D recently, has been a band called Fox, PHOX. They're, I guess, you can say they're like alternative folk.
Alternative folk.
Yeah, it's like there's a female lead singer. It's like a couple
Any particular album.
They've just got one. It's just a self-titled album. They've only got one album out. It came out last year. So it's self-titled. It's called Fox as well. But I really like it.
Any particular song of note that they should look for?
Fucking, I don't know any of the titles right now because I've just had the actual whole album played on loop. Like it's in a sense it's kind of like Resonance, the EP for Resonance, where you can just play it on loop. That's kind of what I've done with this album, where it's not often where I would listen to an album and just allow it to just play through.
Alright.
This one I have.
Huh.
Yeah, so yeah, I just fucking like it. It's a really good album. It's a really good album.
One more bonus one that Jeff had me check out and we had been listening to for a while is St. Vincent. I don't know if we talked about that.
I don't think we did. No. Yeah, St. Vincent.
But the St. Vincent self-titled album is also on Spotify. Definitely worth checking out. It's weird, but it's really good.
It's how do you even categorize that shit?
I don't know. That's another one that's kind of out there. It's retro. It's sort of 80s. It's got little bits of like trip hop in it, and new wave is sort of mixed in it. It's definitely experimental, I guess, sounding. It's like experimental pop.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, her albums are good. She's got a couple albums out already, but the most recent one is one you should check out.
Yeah, dude. If you get the beat from Rattlesnake, that one's dope.
Yeah.
Huey Newton, that one's beat is dope. Mm-hmm. Digital Witness, dude. The horn sample in that.
Yeah, that one's
Yeah, the horn sample in that alone, I would buy the album.
Just the way that song starts, I was like, yep, already I know I like this song.
Yeah. And that album's great.
Yeah, that one should definitely check out.
So, those are our music recommendations for this episode. And I think that pretty much covers everything.
Yeah, I think that's this week's episode.
So it's not a whole lot going on, short and sweet.
Yeah, oddly, like even if we missed like last week, we didn't really miss much at all.
Right, we didn't miss a whole lot of news. No. So we'll see what happens in this coming week.
Yeah, I mean, because we might do another one this week, but if not, obviously we're gonna do another one next week. So
we're gonna try and do another. I think it's worth trying to do another one.
I think we can. So. I mean, like I'm preparing for a convention this weekend, but I'm pretty much done with all my prep work. I'm just doing a bunch of sketches and shit prior to it, but recording, it's not really gonna be an issue.
If we do another one, it might be a slightly shorter.
It'd be like kind of like
some news kind of thing.
Or it'd be like the last episode where it was that Spider-Man one-shot type shit. It'd be something like that.
Something in there.
Yeah, something. It'll be something. We'll figure something out. But yeah, thanks for joining us. So.
All right. Stay chipper, chaps.
Cheers.
They just put out a new fucking Ultron TV spot.
Do you want to watch it so we can talk about it?
I really.
Let's go. Just let's do it because this turtle thing is done essentially.
Okay.
I want to watch it right now.
Dude, fucking Jeremy Renner is so weird looking. He looks like Mac and me. He looks like Mac and me, dude, with hair. He looks like Mac and me. That's the best. In that spot where he's saying he's fighting an army of robots and he's got a bow and arrow. He looks like fucking Mac and me, I promise.
How cruel.
Oh God. He really does think.
There's like a bunch of TV spots now, dude.
Yeah.
5. There's TV spot 5.
Is that the new one then?
Maybe. Mac and me. You're a dickhead.
He fucking does, though. He does.
Oh, you're so dumb.
We've got to include that in the...
Oh, this whole thing is included. Should we include it? This is dumb.
Yeah, not for while we're watching them.
Huh?
Not for the ones when we're watching the clips.
No, just the Mac and me part.
Mac and me part. You should include that at the end.
At the very end, after the actual, after that we say goodbye, I'll just have that part.
That's funny, you know.
People will be like, "What the fuck? That was weird."